floor of the RAC at Rutgers University. It's a New Jersey Group 4 state championship game with the Linden Tigers taking on the Shawnee Renegades. Well, hi again, everyone. Welcome to the RAC. Matt Shortis with Lou Brockno here for the Group 4 championship. And Linden, a team that has won 2 state titles in the last 3 years, losing in the TOC to St. Anthony's last year. They have cruised so far through these playoffs, Lou, but they're in for a tough test today with Shawnee.
Absolutely, Matt. First of all, Matt, thank you for filling in for me today on Play-by-Play. As you can tell, I have laryngitis, but today
you're going to grit through it today.
This should be a tremendous Group 4 championship game. Linden, of course, a longtime North Jersey power. Last year, the defending Group 4 champions for New Jersey, getting to the TOC final, only to lose to St. Anthony's down in Trenton. And Shawnee, a South Jersey power, year in and year out. This is their 7th appearance here in the championship game. They have won 5 state titles, so the Renegades looking to make some magic here against a Linden team that is heavily favored coming into today's action. You'll see some outstanding talent on the court for both teams. Shawnee features one of the top scorers in South Jersey. His name is Dylan Davini, and he is a 1,000-point scorer for Shawnee in his career. He's averaging over 17 points a game, and he can light it up from outside. And Linden features one of the most electrifying players in northern New Jersey, Tavon Jones, who also is a 1,000-plus point scorer for the Tigers.
So Linden trying to win their 3rd state title in 4 years. Shawnee has not won this game since 2007. Should be a good one. Coming up, stick with us on News 12 Varsity.
The love, yeah, it's in our souls. The passion, it's in the cheers. And in that pivotal moment, we live and die with every pass, block, steal, and game-winning dunk. And we wouldn't want it any other way. Don't miss a minute. Download the News 12 Varsity app today.
Welcome back to the RAC on the campus of Rutgers University. Matt Shortis, Lou Brockno with you, getting ready for the New Jersey Group 4 championship. And a slight delayed start because Linden had some bus troubles on the way over here. So they asked for 10 extra minutes on the clock, and Shawnee was kind enough to oblige, and here we are.
So already we're behind schedule. The first game of the day, first of 4 games, the public school championships here at the Rutgers Athletic Center.
Shawnee coming into this game, the Renegades 29-3 on the season, coached by Joe Kessler in his 30th year, over 600 career wins. He led his team to the 1992 Tournament of Champions title, and the starting lineup for the Renegades, it'll be Pat Kernan, Devon Robinson, Sean Hine, Dean Knoll, and Dylan Devaney. He's the guy to really look out for Shawnee, a 1,000-point career scorer coming in this postseason. And for the Linden Tigers, 25-4 on the season, coached by Phil Colicchio in his 28th season, 7th finals appearance. Again, they've won 2 of the last 3 Group 4 championships. And the starting lineup for Linden will be Khalif Crawford, Joey Krimpa, Marcellus Livingston, Mikey Watkins, and Tavon Jones, the junior.
Well, Linden coming in 25-4. And Matt, they've had some big wins this year. On January 17th, they beat the Patrick School 71-67. Of course, the Celtics won the non-public B championship yesterday. And they defeated Roselle Catholic twice this year, 54-50 and 64-58. This is a team that knows how to win. They have a winning culture under head coach Phil Colicchio. In his 20th season, 427 wins at the helm of the Tigers.
The Tigers will be in the home whites and the Renegades in the road blue uniforms as the tip is up, and we are going to redo it. So it's taken by Shawnee. Long 3 to start, no good. And a board fought for out of bounds to Linden.
It'll be key for Shawnee to try to get some offensive rebounds underneath. Linden very tough on the boards.
There's Joey Krimpa, the senior point guard, slowly walking it over the timeline. Krempa, multi-year starter for this Linden squad. Crawford ranging to his left, into the corner it goes. Here's Jones back up top, swinging around to the near side, right in front of the Shawnee student section in powder blue, letting Linden hear it. Good ball movement off the start here. Right side, that'll be a 3 attempt, in and out, rebounded by Robinson of Shawnee. Driving hard to the basket, count it, up and in. And Shawnee is on the board with Pat Kernan scoring first.
Yeah, don't underestimate the importance of that basket. Very important for the Renegades to get off to a good start.
Kernan, a sophomore, starting in a pressure-packed environment. That's something Lou kind of look for, this younger Shawnee team against a Linden team that has been through the rigors and been battle-tested. And they create a turnover right away into the hands of Devaney. And he'll slow it down for a moment, and Shawnee will regroup. A little over a minute into the Group 4 final, it's Shawnee leading Linden 2-0. There's Kernan averaging 8 points and 5 assists for the young sophomore. Back up top, straight away. This is Dean Knoll, one of their big scorers, 15 points per contest. Knoll has it out on the perimeter. And Crab dribble with the left hand, back outside it comes. They try to go on the post to Devaney. Devaney spin move inside, gets the roll on the turnaround shot, and Shawnee up 4-0.
Well, Dylan Devaney averages just a shade under 17 points a game. Has some big games in the state tournament. 18 against Hunterdon Central, 31 against Toms River North.
And 7 of those 18 coming in the fourth quarter to close out the game against Hunterdon Central. Step back, fall away for Watkins, goes down, and Linden is on the board.
Watkins, the junior transfer from Union Catholic, has been a big addition to Phil Colicchio's squad this year.
Here comes Knoll, the 6'1 junior, over the timeline. Knoll being D'd up with Mikey Watkins in his face. Right side corner for Kernan. Straightaway 3 off the front of the iron. Hard fought rebound for Jones. Crawford, quick ball movement for the Tigers. Crawford getting it back underneath, counted and one.
Well, that's vintage Khalif Crawford. Averages just under 15 points a game, scored his 1,000th point in this state tournament against Perth Amboy in the first round. Has been a terrific player for the Tigers over the last 4 years.
Crawford, for a slasher guard slash forward, he's a tremendous rebounder, gives him some excellent defensive toughness, and completes the old-fashioned three-point play. Falling down early, Linden has scored 5 straight. 3 minutes into the first quarter of the Group 4 title game. The Tigers are up 5-4 on the Renegades. And some pressure all the way out near midcourt. Knoll being D'd up by Jones. Recovers. To find Sean Hine, knocked away. Linden off to the races. Here's Jones again, all alone, but he double dribbled on the way to the basket.
I think Tavon Jones got a little confused as to where the defenders were. I think he thought they were much closer than they were, but they were well behind him. Perhaps he was thinking about going up for a jam at one point, too.
I think he was focused on the highlight reel to come. And beat himself to it. Kernan back up top, little trouble holding it for Knoll, but he recovers. Out on the wing, good pass underneath to a cutting Kernan who lays it in.
Well, that's typical Shawnee basketball. Well schooled, they go backdoor, and they make that backdoor cut about as well as any team.
Shawnee on top by 1 midway through the first quarter. Livingston up top, swing it around for Jones. Straight away, Crawford, little 3 off the heel. Rebounded by Shawnee. Renegades have done a very nice job holding Livingston to 1 and done on their missed shots. Left side, long 3 for Hine, it cans it.
Well, Sean Hine is Shawnee's best three-point shooter, averaging 10 points a game, and if he starts going off from beyond the arc, Tigers will have some difficulty.
9-5, Renegades on top. That was well beyond college range. Step back for Watkins. Tigers will pull it back out. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Crossover for Jones. Jones finding his way underneath to Livingston. The soft touch down low. Two-point lead for Shawnee, 9-7. 3 and change remaining in the first quarter from the rack. Flashed out. They are able to recover though. Robinson to the right side corner. That one a high arcer. Rattles off the rim. Rebounded by Jones of Linden. Feeding ahead to Krempa. Now it's Crawford. Reverse the ball back to the near side. Top head of the key, Crawford. Now it's Krempa again. Krempa lost the handle, out of bounds. Shawnee will have it.
Well, Krempa had the right idea, but the bounce pass just a little bit too low.
A couple uncharacteristic turnovers by the Tigers.
Tigers with wins over Columbia, Woodbridge, Newark Eastside, the big win there against a very talented team, 59-51, and against a very talented Bloomfield team, 56-50 in the state tournament.
Newark Eastside was a rematch of the North 2 Group 4 title game from last year, and Shawnee throwing it away down the other end.
Shawnee's wins, Matt, in the state tournament, Williamstown, Lenape, Toms River North in triple overtime, 76-72, and Hunterdon Central, 55-49.
Watkins traveling, so both teams bitten by the turnover bug last couple minutes. Lou, we talked about Linden's experience in this tournament in years past, but also Shawnee playing in games like that on the way to this game could help them later on.
Absolutely, it's a young team, but they're a team that has experience now at the tail end of the season.
Again, the ball movement down low, finding Devaney, who's got 4, and a 4-point advantage for Shawnee at 11-7.
And again, another beautiful cut to the hoop.
They found some openings down underneath the basket, so the points in the paint have been there for the Renegades in the early going. Stutter step for Croma into the game. Knocked away. Shawnee with the turnover. Taken by Knoll. Knoll 2-on-1. Lost the handle. Out of bounds. Don't see a signal yet. And it looks like it's going to stay with Shawnee. Luis Rodriguez going to come in for Linden. Down on the low right blocks, here's Robinson who puts it in.
That was a little too easy for Shawnee as Robinson got positioned down low.
Shawnee early on capitalizing on the points off turnovers. They scored 6 off Linden turnovers already. Livingston popping from just beyond the line. No good, but Crawford's got the rebound. Chance to the right side corner. Rodriguez puts it on the floor, and he's fouled underneath.
A tremendous burst to the hoop there by Rodriguez.
So Luis Rodriguez, junior guard, head to the free throw line. 1 of 1 on the day are the Tigers from the stripe.
Linden only 8 points in this first quarter. Very un-Linden-like, if you will. This is a team that can explode offensively.
In the early going of the tournaments, they were averaging over 60 points per contest. Hold them to 9 through the first 7 minutes. In good shape if you're Shawnee. Double team comes up near the timeline. Knoll getting away from it. Knoll popping from the free throw line, in and out. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Tigers pushing up ahead quickly. Crawford's got it. Crawford, offensive foul as he spun out of control.
Good job by the Renegades getting back defensively.
It's only the first foul of the quarter for Linden, so outside of the turnovers, they've played clean ball. Final 32 seconds. We'll see if Shawnee decides to hold for 1. Up top, Robinson to the right side corner. Now 20 on the clock in the first quarter. Back up top for Knoll. Averaging 15 points a contest, has not scored yet today. Kiernan with 4 early points. A lot of dribbling. Kiernan behind the back. Now 3 to shoot. Kiernan pump fake. Turns around. Shot just before the buzzer off the front iron. And that's how the first quarter will come to an end. So a good start for the Renegades. A 4-point advantage over the Linden Tigers in the New Jersey Group 4 Championship. Stay with us. Second quarter coming up on News 12 Varsity.
Who will rise higher, dunk harder, and go farther? The playoffs are here. Tune to News 12 Varsity all postseason long.
Well, the Shawnee fans feeling their oats right now. A 4-point lead. 13-9 heading to the second quarter. Matt Shortis, Lou Brogno back with you. Linden will try a 3 to start it off, too strong. And Shawnee, a hard-fought rebound by Devin Knoll. Knoll coming over the timeline. Renegades in blue moving right to left. Stolen away by Rodriguez. Rodriguez head of the field to Livingston. Blocked from behind. A tremendous recovery by Fentner. Knocked away. Shawnee's got it now. Boy, Kane Fentner coming out of nowhere to block that shot.
What a block. He really has some ups, no question.
There's Devaney in traffic. The rebound to Watkins after the missed shot. Watkins pushing ahead of the field. Watkins right between the defense. Draws the contact and the foul.
Well, that time, not very good defense by Shawnee as Watkins came down the lane. They parted like the Red Sea. He just came down and went right to the lane.
Devaney, the guilty party. That sends Mikey Watkins to the line. First-year transfer from Union Catholic. And he's come in and fit right in with the rest of what Phil Colicchio's club does. You can see he brings some good burst, good court awareness. And it's a pair.
Nice touch from the line. Tigers in their 7th group final appearance. They've won 5 straight sectional titles, by the way. Colicchio trying to get them back to the TOC where they lost last year to St. Anthony, but he feels that experience served them well. And they are ready to make that next step.
Shawnee has a little bit to say about that. The Tigers picking up full court pressure, knocking it away, but unable to control it. Tavon Jones. And they furthered that with the non-conference schedule they wanted to play this year.
I talked about Linden getting to that championship game last year, Matt. You know, the last public school to win the TOC was Camden in 2000.
Here's Devaney with a 3. He's got 7 early points, and a 5-point lead is the largest of the game for Shawnee.
Of course, Shawnee, a public school as well, and they have dreams of winning the whole thing.
Perhaps a year ahead of schedule. Right side it comes, a 3 to answer short. Rebounded by Fentner of Shawnee. I'll tell you, Lou, they have not come out like a young team. They've come out confident, both offensively and defensively. There's Kernan, the 6'3" sophomore. Straight away for Knoll, a junior. Free throw line, it comes for Robinson, lost the ball. Lead pass ahead for Rodriguez. Can he catch up to it? Yes, he does. Saves it to Chroma underneath. Chroma's layup attempt too strong. Long rebound to the free throw line. To the floor they go. And a foul. It looks like it'll go against Linden.
Well, you know things are getting serious now. Phil Colicchio has the jacket off in front of the Linden bench.
also, despite the weather outside, uncharacteristically warm in the rack today.
Yeah, they have some interesting temperature fluctuations here.
Here's Dean Knowles, spin move, fires from the left elbow and hits.
I say that, Matt, because the other night we were here for the non-public A and B North Championship games, and it was freezing cold in here. Which might have contributed to my laryngitis, who knows?
Very possible. Long rebound off the miss for Crawford. Crawford will feed it up underneath. The foul and one for Tavon Jones.
Wow, that's Tavon Jones, Mr. Highlight Reel for Linden. Tavon had 30 points against Columbia, 21 points against Bloomfield. He can light it up.
Averaging just under 17 points per contest, has some collegiate interest as a junior. Seton Hall, St. Joseph's, St. Peter's among them.
And I'm sure there's more to come.
Devaney had it knocked away just before the mid-court line, though. Devaney getting it back, flicking it up underneath. Nice adjustment in the air for Feutner, who lays it in.
Again, great execution, great passing by the Renegades.
6-point advantage for Shawnee at 20-14. 3:20 into the second quarter. Swing it back around for Watkins on the left side. Watkins off a screen. Bounce pass to Jones to the near side. Wide open three for Krempa, short. Rebound though by Jones, back up with it and in. So Jones, who was scoreless in the first, has scored back-to-back baskets for Linden to get them back within 4. Near side for Sean Hine, the junior. Basket today, cutting is Hine. Hine will flick it back out, intercepted by Rodriguez. Right side for Crawford it comes. Flip across, good ball movement by Linden now. Open three for Watkins, nails it. 20-19, and a timeout by Shawnee.
And the Tiger fans are excited. That's what Linden can do. Linden can go off on those runs. Right back in it, down by 1.
Well, this time, their defense leading the way. It started with the foul by the turnover by Rodriguez leading the way, and then the ball movement on point for Linden in that possession. Well, coming up later tonight, 7 o'clock from the rack right here. It'll be the NJSIA Group 3 final between Ewing and Teaneck. And Lou will be here with Dan Savarino. Again, 7 p.m. start time right here on News 12 Varsity. And of course, we have a whole slew of TOC action as this week goes along, weather pending. So stay tuned for any potential schedule changes.
They'll play it. They just might not play it on the days that are scheduled.
Linden again flashing that full court pressure. Shawnee able to break through. 2-on-1 to the basket, laying it up and in is Pat Kernan with 4 points. I think it's 6 now. Lead back to 3, 22-19. 3:35 to go in the first half. And a fun one. Side for Watkins, leading the way with 7 points for the Tigers. Underneath, Crawford will kick it back out. Here's Livingston. Watkins again, around a curl. Watkins driving to the basket, gets the bounce. Back to a 1-point game, 22-21. Linden has scored 10 of the game's last 14 points. Underneath, a foul as Krempa thought he got away with a steal.
Joey Krempa upset with that call. He's a fiery player. Of course, the quarterback on the football team at Linden. He's the leader.
Krempa wasn't the only one that was upset with the call. A bunch of fans in orange behind that basket let the officials know it as well.
Nice job by both schools to send a good contingent of students to the game.
Most lower bowl filled at the rack. Shawnee's students bunched tightly together in the middle section at the far end of the court to our right. Dean Knoll will look back to Joe Kessler. All out of play. 3 across, the free throw line extended. There's Robinson up top, back to the near side. It comes in the corner, bounce pass. Down low for Hind. A little too hot to handle, ball goes to the floor. Linden's got it. Bounce pass across the lane, in transition, Livingston lays it in.
Excellent bounce pass by Tavon Jones. He excels in so many facets of the game, not just scoring.
First lead of the game for Linden at 23-22. Throwing some frenetic defense now. 3 from the right side, in and out, rebound by Robinson, and Robinson is fouled down low. And now players getting in each other's faces. The officials quickly to it to break things up. And you said Krempa, fiery player. He was definitely a little hot under the collar there. Tavon Jones picking up his first. 1:45 to go in the first half. The officials going over to the scorer's table to check on something. I think they're changing whoever the foul was against. So it's against Livingston. 3, not 13.
I think Phil Colicchio came out on the court, and I think that's what he was trying to signal to the officials, that they got the wrong guy.
Kernan. And Noel with it up top. Linden really trying to ball denial out on the perimeter. There's Robinson. Looked like he was posting early, and he got shoved out all the way to the top of the key. 1:20 to go. Here's Devaney with it. Devaney double team, kick back out, left side 3 for Knoll is good. Dean Knoll puts Shawnee back on top by 2. It's 25-23.
You can't leave Knoll open like that at the arc. You got to get a hand in his face.
Final minute of play in the first half. Jab step for Livingston. Now Livingston drives, double team, kick out, high pass recovered by Krempa. And Linden will reset the offense. Here's Jones quickly to the basket. Who needs to reset the offense when you've got the one-man wrecking crew, Tavon Jones, to tie it at 25.
Explosive.
7 points for the Linden junior. Shawnee had it like this at the end of the first quarter, nearly throwing it away, recovered into the hands of Devaney. Devaney looked like he traveled, no call.
I mean, what a play by Dean Knoll to save that ball.
Here is Knoll with 14 seconds remaining in the first half. Right side comes for Hind. Robinson's got it in the corner. Robinson flicking it up underneath. Offensive foul, they say. Wave off the basket. Dean Knoll picking up his second foul.
Well, at first glance, it looked like a pretty good call by the officials. As Knoll came charging in, Linden had position.
4 seconds to go. Here's Watkins, stripped to the basketball. 4, and that will not count, even if it had gone in.
Pretty good first half of basketball.
What more could you want out of a championship game? We're tied at halftime. Shawnee 25, Linden 25. Second half coming up in a couple of minutes. Stay with us from the rack. It's the New Jersey Group 4 Championship on News 12 Varsity.
The love, yeah, it's in our souls. The passion, it's in the cheers. And in that pivotal moment, we live and die with every pass, block, steal, and game-winning dunk. and we wouldn't want it any other way. Don't miss a minute. Download the News 12 Varsity app today.
Back at the rack, Matt Shortis, Lou Brogdon, as we get ready for the second half of the New Jersey Group 4 state title game. Linden and Shawnee tied at 25. Shawnee balanced in the first half offensively. Dylan Devaney had 7 points, Pat Kernan with 6, and Dean Knoll had 5. Linden was led by Mikey Watkins' 9 points. And Tavon Jones, of course, you'd expect to be in the mix, had 7 points in that first half. Khalif Crawford limited to just 3. So Shawnee did a very nice job defensively. Latter stage of the first quarter and the beginning of that second quarter, knocking things away and creating turnovers. Linden, I thought, did a very good job responding in kind in the latter portion of the first half.
Yeah, that first half was played about as well as either team could wish for, really.
Shawnee underneath to Devaney. Was a little strong on the shot.
And they just need to keep on keeping on, both teams. I mean, they played pretty well in that first half. I don't think too many adjustments need to be made.
Straight up top for Joey Krimpa. Linden in white. They've won 2 of the last 3 Group 4 championships. Nobody in foul trouble, nobody with more than 1 foul in that first half for either team. Kick back outside, it comes for Krimpa. It's scoreless in that first half, but he's really more of a distributor, especially with the wing guys and offensive guys that Linden has. A lot of contact underneath, no foul, but there is one there. And Kyrie Rogers will go to the line to try and complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Well, the first we've seen of Kyrie Rogers. Really did not play much in the first half, and he makes his presence known right there. Phil Colicchio obviously looking for a little bit more on the boards, inserting Rogers into the lineup.
Senior gives him size at 6'4". And a 3-point lead for Linden. It's their largest of the contest. A minute into the third. Pat Kernan up top for Robinson. Perimeter defense for Linden really stepped up in the last few minutes of that first half. Kernan again, tried back outside. Robinson thought about the 3, then drove to the basket and was fouled. So that's going against Mikey Watkins.
So Linden picks up a quick foul. They pretty much stayed out of foul trouble in that first half.
Davion Robinson to the free throw line.
Robinson averaging 10 points a game, and his real work is on the boards, 8.5 rebounds per contest. It's only a junior, it's a young Shawnee team.
Great size up front, missing on the second free throw. 2-point lead for Linden, 28-26, minute and a half into the third quarter. Point guard Krimpa, quarterback on the football team as well, right side for Jones. Little push shot, no good, gets his own rebound, back up with it. That doesn't go either, a scrum for it underneath. Linden coming away with it, bodies flying all over the place, and a loose ball foul against Linden as Devaney went down to the ground hard.
Linden foul, 13, Jones, his first personal foul, second team foul.
Tavon Jones is the guilty party after not being able to put in a couple of attempts. Ended up committing a foul. Deano will pick up the dribble. Robinson flashing to the basket, blocked from behind. Offensive board by Shawnee.
What a block by Rogers.
Devaney trying to create some space for himself, does so. Now Kernan. Robinson again underneath, kick back up top. Kernan at the free throw line, inside, adjust, in and out, rebound again, Shawnee. Taken away for the moment, Shawnee recovering, a battle up top. It's into the hands of Hine, who tries a 3, no good. Another fight for the loose ball, out of bounds. Shawnee will have it again.
Wow, both teams giving extra effort on that last sequence. Bodies all over the floor.
Devaney pass fake traveled. I mean, the intensity on the glass on both sides through some missed shots has been fantastic for the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter. Just one field goal between the two. Pass fake for Crawford. Krempa back it comes for Crawford. We're in the knee brace on the right knee. Getting by the defender, and Crawford lays in the reverse.
That first step so quick for Khalif Crawford. And once he blew by the defender, easy layup.
There's Robinson up top. Shawnee not taking care of the basketball, turned it over. And this largest lead that Linden has had, Shawnee's still looking for their first field goal of the third quarter, Lou. Krempa dribbling over the timeline to the right side for Jones. Straightaway three. Watkins nails it. Mikey Watkins with a team-high 12 points. And the lead is 7 for Linden.
Very dangerous point in the game now for Shawnee. They cannot allow Linden to separate themselves from the Renegades.
Kernan for Knoll now on the left side. Robinson trying to block down on the low blocks, fouled by Kyrie Rogers.
Linden foul, 15, Rogers, first personal, third team foul. Linden substitution number 3, Livingston, in Shawnee, 44, Devaney.
Straightaway three for Devaney, just checked into the game, missing that one. And Shawnee's had a tough go of it from the field in the second half. Krempa swinging around up top. Crawford will try a three, knocks it down. Time out, Shawnee. As Linden has stormed out of the gates, 11-1 in this third quarter.
Yeah, Joe Kessler has seen enough. He calls a much-needed timeout. A 10-point lead now for Linden. And Kessler trying to stop the bleeding. He wants his team to settle down. They need a good offensive possession here just to try to settle things down and get back in the game.
Linden hitting a couple of big threes on their last few possessions. First it was Mikey Watkins, then Khalif Crawford on back-to-back possessions, and that is when Joe Kessler decided to take the timeout with 3:56 remaining in the third quarter. You got the feeling at 30-26, the next few minutes were going to be pivotal for Shawnee, and you need to see them respond out of this timeout. Otherwise, Linden, if they add a couple more points to this, it's going to be real hard for Shawnee to come back in this one. With the way that they play defense, and if they keep their foot on the gas defensively, Shawnee's got to create a couple of shots, create a couple of baskets to loosen things up. Moving inside, Robinson gets the deflection. Robinson unable to hit, out of bounds. Linden will have it.
Well, that time, Shawnee trying to do maybe a little bit too much. Sean Hine in the paint.
Here comes Krempa over the timeline. Now Crawford with it. Left side for Livingston. He'll try a three. That's short. Phil Colicchio didn't seem too happy with the shot selection after that.
No, I think he would like to see a couple of more passes.
Other side, Kernan with it. Hine, three from the far corner, no good. Robinson the rebound. Robinson back up top. Devaney, back it comes for Robinson. Dean Knoll, 5 points on the game, including a three-point basket. Now Sean Hine, another deep threat. Nearly stolen away. Devaney to Robinson underneath, no bucket. So he was fouled on the floor by Joey Krempa. eye on the 14th foul for Linden. Only one for Shawnee in the third. Hind to inbound. Devaney for three, it's good. A hugely needed basket for the Renegades, and they cut it to a 7-point deficit. 36-29, Linden leading, 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, pardon me. And that got the Shawnee fans back into the game. Krempa, long two-pointer, no good. Robinson missed the rebound, tatted around, and Sean Hines got it for Shawnee. Flash around for Hines. Krempa up in his grill. Closing in on 2 minutes left in the third. Dean Knoll pops from the free throw line, no good. Marcus Livingston the rebound for Linden. Carrying it over the timeline is Jones to the basket. 9 points for Tavon Jones today, and a 38-29 lead for Linden.
You can't let Tavon Jones drive the lane like that. Somebody's got to step in.
Inside Kernan. Tough defense for Jones. Kernan draws the foul on Tavon Jones. Foul starting to add up for Linden.
As you said, that could be a factor in the fourth quarter. If you put Shawnee on the line, they can catch up without stopping the clock. That's something the Tigers would hope to avoid.
Devaney on the right side. He reposts, they go back to him. Devaney spin move to his left shoulder, puts it in. 12 points for Dylan Devaney. 38-31, Linden on top.
Boy, he is tough. Our first real good look at him, a star player in Southern New Jersey. We don't get a chance to see these South Jersey teams that much, and he's the real deal.
Left side, Crawford for three, connects. So the big guns for Linden coming alive in the third. Crawford, Jones, Watkins, all leading the way. Kernan looking for some help, comes back around for Knoll. Lead back to 10 for the Tigers. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Knoll, tough shot, up and under, somehow gets it to go.
Highlight real time for Knoll.
41-33, Linden leading. 23 seconds remaining in the third. Crawford holding just south of the big Scarlet R at midcourt. Now 10 seconds remain in the third. Crawford now will initiate. Crawford kicks to the right side. Jones popping just inside the three, no good. Rebound to Shawnee. And the third quarter will come to a close. Well, the Tigers roared out of the gate in the second half. Had a lead as many as 10, and they lead by 8 heading to the fourth quarter, looking for their third title in 4 years. Can they close the door, or will Shawnee come back? It's an 8-point difference as we go to the fourth in New Jersey Group 4 title game.
Who will rise higher, dunk harder, and go farther? The playoffs are here. Tune to News 12 Varsity all postseason long.
Linden at 25-4 on the season and an 8-point lead heading to the fourth quarter, looking for their third Group 4 title in 4 years. Naturalist Lou Brogno, Colby Nelson with you. Ripped away, out of bounds, and it should be Linden ball, and it is. There's Mikey Watkins, the junior, with 12 points today. Luis Rodriguez, who had a huge steal in that second quarter to lead the comeback for Linden. Stripped from behind and a foul. Looks like they're going to get Pat Kernan question was it in the act of shooting? It looks like the answer is no.
You know, Shawnee fans don't like it. It's only the second team foul on the Renegades, so they're in pretty good shape.
Compared to 5 for Linden. Left side underneath, blocked. That was Hine on the stuff. And Shawnee's got it. Trailing by 8, trying to make a comeback. After they led by as many as 6 in the first quarter. Three-pointer for Devaney on the back heel. Crowd going up for it. It's Robinson coming away. Robinson adjusting and putting it in. 6-point game, timeout. Linden.
Well, Shawnee making a little bit of a run here. You gotta like the way the Renegades have responded. Says a lot about their character. Joe Kessler, of course, has been around a long time. His 30th season, over 600 wins at the helm of the Renegades. So he's been in this kind of spot many, many times before.
Talked about, as a young team, their journey to this championship game. They've played in some close games, including a triple overtime game. So even though there is youth on that side, it doesn't seem like they're going to be fazed by tough moments in big games. Linden, meanwhile, carrying the experience program-wise into this game. Won this title 2 of the last 3 years. It's the senior point guard, Joey Krimpa. Near side for Watkins. Watkins blows by the defender to the rack. The lefty scoop won't go. Shawnee trying to make it a 2-possession game. Noel hand checked, and Krimpa picking up his 3rd foul and the 6th foul against Linden.
Well, that's a huge foul call, because the next time Linden fouls, Shawnee will go to the line.
Dylan Devaney, team high 12 points inbounding. There's Kearney with his 6 today. Hine thought about the 3. Devaney trying to post up. They get it to him on a bounce. Outside the right blocks. High pass collected by Robinson. Back out for Noel. Side almost taken away, but recovered by Kernan. Kernan crosses back over to his right. Spot up for Hine, long 3. Karam's out of bounds, and Shawnee will have it. Deflected by a Linden player on the way to the Shawnee bench. Dean Noel stops, pulls up from the elbow, hits the shot. Dean Noel with 9 points. Shawnee back within 4. It's 41-37.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty. What a gorgeous fadeaway jumper.
He's hit from that spot a couple times. Now Krimpa, straightaway 3 for Livingston, off the mark. Robinson's got it for Shawnee. Well, as hot as they started the 3rd quarter, Linden ice cold to begin the 4th. Robinson beyond the perimeter on the left side. Devaney trying to post up. They get it in his left hand. Devaney turned around. Shot won't fall. Robinson's tip bounces around and misses. Lead pass ahead for Jones. Jones uncontrolled to the basket, but a foul on Shawnee. The Shawnee fans wanting a travel. Instead, it'll be Sean Hine, the guilty party, and I believe they said non-shooting.
And again, just the 3rd team foul on Shawnee.
Trying to get it in, they find Livingston underneath. Livingston unable to hit it. Offensive board though by Jones, and Linden will pause a second. See Krimpa. So let's run it back. Let's get our play going. All the way out near midcourt. Livingston a dribble between the legs and trying to shake Jones free. Off a screen from Crawford. Jones right down the middle of the lane. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Dean Knoll picking up his third, so both he and Joey Krempa in the game with 3 fouls. And Tavon Jones at the line. 9 points today, 1 of 1 from the stripe. Making the first, all things considered, for Shawnee. If you hold Tavon Jones to 10 points midway through the 4th quarter, you've done a pretty good job on him. The junior 1,000-point scorer, averaging a shade under 17 points per contest. 30 points versus Columbia, 21 in the semifinals against Bloomfield. Calmly hits a pair.
And a good free throw shooter as well. Shows nice touch.
Lead back to 6 for Linden at 43-37. 4:35 to go in the 4th quarter. Left side, Devaney, high pass, he collects. Hine thought about the 3, steps to his left, was trying to shake himself free, but good defense on the perimeter by Linden. Dean Knoll, 9 points today, lost his footing, regained the dribble though, inside, just around the arc inside, and a short shot. Rebound, Watkins has it. Watkins ahead for Jones. Jones tripped up a little bit, got it away to Krempa, and Linden will pull it back out. Krempa over midcourt, right side, it comes from Marcellus Livingston, 4 points today. Now it's Jones pushing it off the window and in. Very quickly, the lead is extended back to 8 for Linden. Robinson. Straight away, top of the free throw line, in and out. And Shawnee getting opportunities now, not hitting them. Krempa to the right side. Jones has the last 4 points. Jones gives to Crawford underneath, knocked away, out of bounds. Linden will hold on to the possession. Well, the standing room section off to the left, little patio area at the rack, has been completely full throughout the entire game. That is the basket, and Linden inbounding underneath.
Yeah, very good crowd here for this Group 4 championship.
Crawford lost a handle but regained and puts it in. 13 points today for Khalif Crawford, 6 straight for Linden, and they've extended the lead to 47-37, 3 minutes to go. Devaney, free throw line, behind the back pass, finds Hine. D'd up by Krempa. Hine trying to find somebody. Jump pass, had to get rid of it, throws it away to Crawford. Crawford leaving in the head for Watkins. Watkins, beautiful pump fake, and puts it in.
Beautiful job by Watkins to wait for that pass. He looked like a wide receiver going out for a pass on the football field. He put the brakes on. He waited for the ball to come to him.
8-0 run for Linden as Hine misses the 3. The Tigers starting to feel it with 2:20 to go. Jones to the basket. Scoop shot is good. A moment ago, Tavon Jones had 9. He's got 15 now, and Shawnee calls a timeout.
And that's the key, Matt, with Linden. It happens so quickly. Shawnee was in this game just about 2 minutes ago, and in the span of less than 2 minutes, Linden is now up by 14. They explode on you, and before you know it, you're like, oh man, we gotta call a timeout.
10-0 run for the Linden Tigers, led by Tavon Jones in the middle of it. In this Group 4 championship, we'll have the Group 3 championship coming in from Rutgers later tonight at 7 o'clock. Ewing taking on Teaneck. 7 p.m. only on News 12 Varsity. Right now, Linden focused on taking care of business getting back to the TOC for the second time in 3 years, or third time in 4 years now.
Linden played in the TOC final in 2006. They lost to the Patrick School that year. And then, of course, last year they lost to St. Anthony. So they've been to 2 TOC finals. And that's quite an accomplishment, really, for, as we said, a public school. A public school hasn't won the TOC since 2000. The last team to do that was Camden.
To the basket, a foul on Livingston. And that is, as much as we talked about the foul trouble for Linden, that is the 7th foul only now. So on that stretch, they played very clean, foul-free basketball. Pat Kernan will go to the free throw line.
So here's an opportunity for Shawnee to get back in the game, but you must hit your free throws.
Kernan is 6'3" sophomore, averaging 8 points a contest, 6 today. Making the second. That will end the 10-0 run for Linden. Minute 50 to go in the game. And Shawnee trying to really pressure out Linden, breaking right through Livingston, laying it in.
You know, lost in the shuffle is the defensive job Linden has done here today. Shawnee has only 38 points here at the end of the game. That's a pretty good defensive effort.
Shawnee had some pretty big numbers in that playoffs leading up to this. And a timeout by Shawnee.
Nice three-point shot there by Sean Hine. Much needed for the Renegades.
Shawnee making its first group final appearance since 2007. And they were in the Group 3 championship. Its last Group 4 finals appearance was 2002.
Well, you wonder if Linden holds on and wins this game, they go into the tournament of champions, and of course, they'll seed the 6 teams that are in that tournament. Will Linden get the 2 seed, or would they get the 3 seed? I don't think there's any doubt that the Patrick School will get the number 1 seed. Question is, will Don Bosco, or Linden get that number 2 seed?
Crawford breaking right through the press. 55-41, 108 to go, and Linden, as slow as they started in this 4th quarter, they're closing it out in proper style. Lead pass ahead again. Laying it in is Watkins. This is how champions close out games. The Linden fans are all on their feet. 16-point lead, 57-41 in the final minute. Robinson's 3, airballed. Linden will have it with 38 seconds to go.
And Phil Colicchio, a fiery coach, really gets into it. Loves his team, loves his fans, loves the school, and he's cheering on the fans to get up and cheer on their team.
Dean Knoll commits the foul, but really as an opportunity just for Shawnee to get a couple of different players involved and into the game. As Dean Knoll will come out, as will Sean Hine, the junior. Travis Guaracino coming in as senior. As is also Sam McNellis, another senior, letting them get the opportunity to step on the floor at the rack in a championship game.
Think about what Phil Colicchio has done at Linden. They're going to another TOC. This is a public school that, you know, he has to deal with the players he has. Whatever players he has, those are the players he has to coach. And boy, does he coach.
Waning seconds off the clock, and Linden back to the TOC for the 3rd time in 4 years. 57-41 over Shawnee.
And in the blink of an eye, Linden put Shawnee away in the fourth quarter. This was a close game. The Renegades played well. They were right there with the Tigers. And then all of a sudden, boom, it just happened.
The big three for Linden all took care of business. Tavon Jones closed it out, 15 points for him. Khalif Crawford with 15, and Mikey Watkins for 16 points for Linden today. Shawnee was led by Dylan Devaney's 12 points, and Dean Knoll had 9 for the Renegades. And I know it's a tough pill to swallow now, but the Shawnee team, pretty much everybody returns next year. So they very well might be back in this position a year from now.
This is a great learning experience for them, and they'll be better for it next year. But as I look at the Shawnee fans who are filing out, they're all kind of shaking their head like, what just happened? You know, Linden with a great fourth quarter wins yet another championship, and the Tigers will be a tough out in the Tournament of Champions.
57-41, Linden victorious today. Group 4 champs in Jersey. Stay with us, we'll close it out in a moment on News 12 Varsity. Khalif Crawford, 15 points today in the winning effort. Khalif, it seemed like your defense led the way in terms of the fourth quarter and the comeback in this game. What was the key defensively when you guys started to really pressure the ball against Shawnee?
Just keeping the pressure on them all throughout the game, you know, pressuring the ball hitters, not letting them get easy passes into the bigs, you know, moving the ball. You know, we wanted to keep the pressure the whole game, you know, and it worked out for us.
And limiting their three-point shooters, what did you also do there?
Just keying in on their shooters. We watch a lot of film, closing out hard on their shooters, pressuring the passes, not letting them get easy shots, you know, make sure they work for everything on offense.
The balance that you guys possess on the offensive end, how much of a challenge does that present to opposing teams?
It's a big challenge. You know, we have a lot of playmakers, you know, within myself, Tavon Jones, Jerry Crimper, Mikey Watkins, Marcellus Livingston, the list goes on. We have a bunch of guys that are guards and make plays off the bounce. You know, we catch and shoot. We do a lot, so it's tough for teams to defend us. The
tough loss to St. Anthony's in the TOC last year, back to the TOC this year. What do you guys expect? What are you planning for heading into that?
Left a bad taste in our mouth last year. You know, we just preaching. You know, we want to get back there. You know, hopefully win it all. You know, and we just been making plays, you know, and just working hard in practice, making sure we get there.
I appreciate it. Congratulations.
Thank you.
57-41, your final score for the third time in 4 years. Linden are Group 4 champs, and they are once again on to the TOC. For everybody involved in the broadcast, for Lou Brogno and Coleman Nelson, I'm Matt Shortis saying so long. We'll catch you next time on News 12 Varsity.